about me and allowing me the opportunity to give you some words today. I also want to thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out today. There are so many other things you could be doing. You could be at home in your bed watching your favorite TV shows. These teenagers, these young people, they could be at home playing their video games, playing with the toys, the items that they receive for Christmas. But they are here today. Yes. You are here today. Give yourself a round of applause. I want to see who's in the audience. Where are all my elementary and middle school students? Raise your hands. All right, where are my high school students? What about my parents? Where are my parents?
We here.
And where are the community members?
Yes.
All right, just want to thank you all for coming out today. Well, our theme is unity in diversity, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But first of all, I want to talk about Martin Luther King and the I Have a Dream speech. Because when you think about it, you're never too old to dream. Amen. No matter what age you are. Amen. You are never too old to dream. So I say to you, from Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech, it says, I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. It is a dream grounded in the American dream. And I stand before you because I am a part of that American dream. When I think about me and where I came from, I think about my dream. What was my dream? When I was in elementary school, I dreamed of being a teacher. I dreamed of working with children. You know how when you live in play school, your brothers and your sisters? I was always the teacher, and they were the students. And I used to always help them with whatever they need. I even helped children in the neighborhood. So that was my dream. As I grew up, I withheld in me that same effort to become a teacher. And that's what I did. And after I graduated from college, I wanted to give back what was given to me. There's so many school districts out there I could have gone to. You think about it, 27 years ago, I wanted to go back to Atlanta Public Schools because I wanted to give back what was given to me. And I did make a difference there. While I was there, I worked with multiple grades. And you know, one thing you would learn about children do not care what you're teaching them until they know that you care about them. So you have to care. You have to have a caring heart. And I think that was one of the most important things that I brought to the table. But moving on along, I thought, well, if I can make a difference with this one group of children, then I can make a difference in the whole school. And that's what I did. I became an instructional specialist over the instructional program in the whole school. Well, I still had a dream, but that wasn't good enough. I wanted to help all the children in the state of Georgia. So that's when I went to work at the Georgia Department of Education. And in Cobb County schools, I had numerous schools. You know, back then, your school was given grades, A, B, C, D, and F. All of my schools, of course, L schools. And some of you probably will say, well, they're going to a school like that. Count me in. I wanted to, and I made a difference because all of my schools became Title I distinguished schools. And as I look out in the audience, and I know this Boys and Girls Club next door because I was over there. I was over there with Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout site coordinator for several years. I took several of these girls in this community to camp. I work with them, so I know this community. I know where they've been. So when I say to you from Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech, I know what he's talking about. And I think about other dreamers. One of the other dreamers is Harriet Tubman. We don't often forget about her. But one of her quotes is, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Are you a dreamer? Take a moment. I just want you to take a moment and think about what are your dreams. My elementary school and middle school students, What do you dream about? What do you dream about for yourself when you become adults? My high school students, you're getting ready to leave high school. What do you think about as your dreams when you leave high school? My adults, what is your next dream? What do you think about for your next career goal? What do you dream about for your children? What do you dream about for your community? What do you dream about for this world? So I want you to just take one moment and think about your dream. So if we can have a quiet in the room, I want you to take one moment and just dream. Close your eyes and just dream. Okay, now that you've had a chance to dream, we're not going to keep it to ourselves. You know I'm going to keep it to ourselves when we just move along. But we want somebody else to know what our dream is. So somebody that's sitting beside you, take a moment, tell them, what is your dream? Tell that person your dream.
My dream is success. What is your dream? Right.
The next thing that I want you to think about, after you have told someone your dream, how do you plan to achieve that dream? What is it that you're going to do? Now, we know that you are a dreamer, but you have to think about how is it that you're going to achieve that dream. You got to get a plan in place. You got to do something about it. We just can't sit here. We have to do something about it. Another part of Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech says, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I say it again. All men are created equal. So let's talk about right here in Georgia. And Georgia, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, there are 55.1% white people here, 31.2% Black or African American, 9.2% Hispanic and Latino, 3.5% Asian, 1.8% people of two or more races, 0.5% American Indian and Alaskan Native, and 0.1% Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander. But what's the difference? We all are created equal.
Right.
We all have the same goals. No matter how different we are, we're still the same. Nobody has superpowers. Whatever challenges one race go through, another race is going through their own challenges. No one is created perfect. We all want the same thing in life. We all want to be successful. We all want the same thing for our children. We want our children to be educated. So yes, we are all created equal. And another thing we talk about being equal and the diversity, we have to think about changes in life. If you want to see changes, it's up to you. You are the one that can make the change. Barack Obama stated, change will not come if we wait for other people or if we wait for other times. We are the ones we're waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Again, we are the ones that we're waiting for. But any type of change to happen, it has to happen with us. And as I continue to look at different verses from Barack Obama also says, one voice can change the world. And I'm looking out here and I see all of these voices. One voice, one. If we get one voice to change the room. He also says if one voice can change the room, then it can change a city. If it can change a city, it can change a state. If it can change a state, it can change a nation. And if it can change a nation, it can change the world. Your voice can change the world. How many voices do we have out there? Let me see your hands if you have a voice. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So I say to you today, the 5 things in your community that you can have a voice for. 5 things in your community that you can make a difference with. When we look around, there's much work to be done. And it's up to us to do it. The time is now, and we must honor up and meet the challenge. I have one quote by Martin Luther King and I'm going to close with. And Dr. Martin Luther King said, "We are prone to judge success by the index of our salaries or the size of our automobiles, rather than by the quality of our service and relationship to humanity." That's a powerful statement. Think about it. The quality of our service. What type of service are you giving? The quality of your service and your relationship to humanity. It doesn't matter what diversity group we're working with. What type of relationship do you have to that group? That's what's important. Now the group today is counting in. And we have numerous things that you can be counting in on. So when I say one that strikes you, I want you to say, "Count me in." So what are you going to say?
Count me in.
Again, what are you going to say?
Count me in.
When Ricky Mills and Dennis Jeter approach you to come and help out with the groups, what are you going to say?
Count me in.
When Alicia Thomas Morgan come and ask for assistance in the South Cobb community, what are you going to say?
Count me in.
When David Morgan, Area 1 Assistant Superintendent, needs some help to get the South Cobb schools up to the highest standard, what are you going to say? Count me in. When the Unstable Community Task Force come and approach you and say, "We need assistance," what are you going to say? Count me in. When your local school PTA asks you to join membership and become active with the PTA, what are you going to say? Count me in. When the principals at the school ask you to give them 100% from the students and from the parents, I didn't say make all A's, I said 100%. What are you going to say? Count me in. When the local churches, that's in the world, the visions of soul will approach you and ask you to come to their services and help them out with whatever is needed, what are you going to say? Count me in. When Dale Barnes and the Epic Center is right down the street that was built for this community, when you think about going down there and what you can do to help him to keep that vision open for this community, what are you going to say? Count me in. When Barack Obama, he was standing here and he needed one of his initiatives that he put in place for you to help with, what are you going to say? Count me in. And finally, if Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was standing here today and asked you, what are you going to do? What are you going to tell him to do? Count me in. Again. Count me in. Again. Count me in. Again. Count me in. Count me in. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right.